the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
My name is Reese. I go to Central Elementary, and my question is, why are there so many tornadoes in Oklahoma?
Reese from Central Elementary in Nampa went to speak to the kids today, and that was a great question. Why so many in Oklahoma? Well, if you look at this chart here, he's absolutely right. The frequency of tornadoes, the very high category, the red right here, north central Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. Boy, I tell you, you got a lot of tornadoes right here in the center part of Oklahoma. And the reason for it, you need three main elements to get tornadoes to form. And in this part of Tornado Alley, these elements come together better than any place in the entire world because of the way we're set up. First of all, you need warm, moist air coming in from the south. So we get warm, moist air, and it comes in from the south right out of the Gulf of Mexico in these southerly winds. So you have this moisture. That's one of the main reasons we don't get tornadoes as many here in the Northwest. We do get moisture coming in from the tropics, and that's why our tornado frequency goes up in July and August. But there's the warm, moist air from the south. You need a cold front with jet stream energy coming in from the north. And so over the land, you get that cool flow of air coming in, not so much so over the Pacific Northwest. That's why the least amount of tornadoes are here. So that comes in from the north. But there's one element that you need. You need dry air in the middle of the atmosphere, right in the middle. That makes the atmosphere go destabilized. It causes tornadoes to form. And so when you get air rushing over the Rockies and then it sinks into the Great Plains, it dries out. And that comes in the middle levels. And that's why all of those elements come together right here in the center part of the country, and it causes big issues. The month of May is when Tornado Alley fires up the most, and so that's why you have to watch it here in the Northwest. When we do get the tornadoes, it's typically June and July when the monsoons come in. Actually, it's more towards July and August here for us. This probably should say July and August for later in the season. So great question from Reese from Central Elementary School in Nampa. Another question coming up about the northern lights in my special weather segment. 67 degrees for the high today. Look at this, near 80 in east of San Francisco in the valleys of Central California. Beautiful weather, and we're getting a taste of that now that milder weather is working its way in. But of course, it's chilly now. 34 in Stanley. 50s in the Treasure Valley, down to 49 in Mountain Home. It is finally cooling down, but the skies are clear. I haven't had a lot to talk about too much weather-wise across the Northwest. And this week, I tell you what, not much is going to change as well. Rain-free and mild. You'll see it right there. Lots of high pressure on the weather maps, and that is going to be continuing for some time to come. Wind speeds on the light side, less than 5 miles per hour. And for the next several days, at least 3 days, more of the same. Even lighter wind than we had today. So just a little rustling of the leaves, and those leaves just kind of falling straight down from your tree, not blowing into the neighbor's yard like maybe you hope you get a strong wind to blow them over. I know Roland does that. We just have to get the leaf blower out that way. Roland, do you have a leaf blower, by the way, Roland?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've got to borrow that because I don't have that. I've got the old-fashioned rake, and it's not been going so well lately. All right, look at the cold weather. It's back east. The heat is to the south, as you'd expect. You want some real heat? Look at this. Tucson. 88 degrees today, 82 in Vegas. You know, anybody heading to the southwest, they'll be enjoying warm weather, so don't talk to them because they'll only boast about the warm weather they're getting down to the south. That warm weather's going to be sticking around down there as well. Again, it's high pressure across the Northwest, rain-free and mild. And look at this. That cool weather we saw in the Center Plains goes towards the east into the northeast. That's where the real chilly weather is. And a huge ridge of high pressure dominates. I've been looking out at the long-range charts. This weather pattern could hold into the first week of November. We're talking about very dry conditions. And then we start to see more of a zonal jet stream coming straight across this zone right here. And that could open up the floodgates to the moisture. It's good that we are, what we say, wasting a dry weather pattern in October when we typically don't get a lot of moisture. It would be better if we can start getting the moisture in November when it really means business for the ski areas especially. Well, tomorrow's forecast on your side in the mid to upper 60s, mostly sunny skies. In fact, almost completely sunny, very light winds outside. Another spectacular afternoon. You've got to get outside and enjoy. 72 in Riggins, 61 in McCall after hitting 28 in the morning. It's amazing to see how warm those afternoons are. Look at Stanley in the morning when you get really dry in those high elevations. 23 in the morning, 61 in the afternoon. We're talking beautiful weather everywhere to enjoy the fall foliage out there. And in the Magic Valley, temperatures in the mid-60s, light winds for everybody. So no complaints about the weather this week, that is for sure. Take a look at this extended forecast. Near 70 the next 3 days. And on Friday, it doesn't change all that much as well. Over the weekend, now we may start to get breezy conditions on Sunday. That's what we're going to look out for. I will keep you updated, but it still stays dry.
Great weather.
Lovely this week.
Get you guys out on your mountain bikes here soon.
Me too.
Fun.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Scotty. Well, coming up next on Fox 9 on your side, business is booming in the online breast milk industry, if you can believe that. But buyer beware, you may get more than you bargained for.